Hi everyone, it's Sheree from Paper Pieces and Leftovers. Today we are going to be putting together boy number 1 from the file Christmas Concert from Marjorie Ann Designs. His width is 14.0 in Quick Cut Design Space. I am using these colors here, Blue Jay by American Crafts, Peach by Coordinations, which is American Crafts. The green is Jasper by Coordinations, which is American Crafts. Crimson by American Crafts, and Thunder is Basil. And I'll go over, the last one is Encore maple syrup for the hair, and then white can be any white that you have on hand. Now I start from the bottom up. Everybody has their own way to do it. I just kind of work my way from bottom. I do all my small pieces first to get them out of the way. If I have accessories that they're holding, or if there's several little pieces, I do try to get those out of the way because I lose them. I'm not even gonna lie. They end up lost, and I end up having to recut them out. So I do get those out of the way, and then I work when I put my bigger pieces together from bottom to top. That's the best way to explain it. The only reason I have not glued his shirt together yet is the little Christmas trees is because I have to see the placement of the shirt first. Now the base, I'm snipping this part off because the soles of the shoes don't quite meet in the middle, and I don't want to see my peach base. And that's just what I do. You don't have to do it. It's just my preference. So this is the color Thunder by Basil that I had mentioned, and this is the color Blue Jay. I know they have gray blue also by Encore. You can use whichever color you have on hand. You can go darker or lighter. It's really up to you and the way you'd like it to look. I know another color that I like. Let me get it out real quick. Give me just a moment. I have to find it. Is slate blue, which is very close, but it's a little bit more of a gray blue. And that one's by Encore. That's another one of my favorites. And if you want a brighter blue, I would go with Polly Poo. And that one I believe is Coordinations. Or another one of my favorites that I use for blue jeans is Antique. And that's by Coordinations also. And that's more of the blue jean actual look. But I couldn't find it. It was buried under my pile of cardstock that I just got from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. So I ended up not using it because, like I said, I got a huge order and my paper was buried under, but I've cut out more stuff in that since I found it. I have a couple more pieces that I'm working on. I am using art glitter glue. My Barely Arts glue bottle is brand new. I have yet to open it. So I want to finish the last bit of my art glitter glue, which there's nothing in it. It's empty, except I might have one more of a little bit of a refill. I get the big ones because I go through so much glue. This is 16 ounces. I got this off Amazon. Amazon does have it when you can't find it in other places. Now, here's where you can do the, let me zoom in and move my piece, my new camera. I love it. My husband got me a new camera. You can either glue the shoe on and go over it with that part, the little cuff, or you can glue your cuff down first and then glue your shoe over the cuff. I am going to opt with doing my cuffs behind. That's just what I'm going to do for him. Sometimes I do put the cuff in front. Let me zoom back out before I forget. And we'll finish gluing. So you're going to have the piece, if you hold it, it's going to swoop down. The lowest part goes on the inside of the pant leg. And if you glue it the other way, it's going to be off and you're going to see your base. I've done this by error, so we're just going to glue this down like so, and I put way too much glue. I got these from Amazon a while ago. They are pinned to my page, my Facebook page, Paper Pieces and Leftovers. They're pinned to the comment. They have silicone tips on them. Or as you'll see the other girls using, they started using them. I used them forever and I love that they're using them in their videos now. These are Imagine sticks. They're pinned in the comment as well to the top of my Facebook. It's just silicone tips and I love them. I use both. It just depends on what I have because I do have the reverse tweezers without these. And then I have my fine tip tweezers. So it really depends on the tweezers I grab, what's in my hand. If I don't have the silicone tip, that's when I use my Imagine sticks. All right. And as far as inks, I use a mixture, mostly Memento and Lawn Fawn. Those are the two, and Tim Holtz Distress ink, not the Distress Oxide. Your Distress Oxides, those are reactive to water, so they will fade. And I also use Hero Art inks. They should say archival and fade resistant on them. If you're going to put all the work into inking your pieces, you at least want it to stay for the duration that they're in your book. And I will show you which Hero Arts inks I use. This is what they look like. They just say Hero Arts. I found these at Joann's, and they do say fade resistant on the back, and I've explained this in other videos. And then here's my Lawn Fawn. These are good if you're also a stamper because they work with your alcohol markers, such as your Copics and your Oahu's and all those other ones that they have available. So let's go ahead and put his shirt on now that we've got the pants and the shoes done. And every video I say I'm going to use less glue. I don't know why I use so much. Probably because for all the years I used 3-in-1 by Beacon, and you had to use a lot of it to make sure that you covered the whole area. So I think that's why I use so much, is just old habits die hard. And as we get older, we don't like change. So for the little neckline of his shirt, I'm going to pair it up under his head versus try to guess where it goes on the shirt and get his head to line up properly. I'm going to glue it on the back of his head first. And this is what I do. Some of you guys are really good at gauging it by eyeball. I'm not that good, even though I've paper pieced forever. I just want to get it as even as possible. So I do it on the back of the head before I try to glue it down on this. All right, let's glue his head down. And I'm doing this in real time just because I'm a little under the weather. I'm on antibiotics. I have a bit of a cold. Well, I have the flu. So the doctor gave me some antibiotics to help clear it up. And that's why I sound a little raspy, but I just don't want to do all the video editing that I usually do with them. I wanted to keep it simple, and I know it's going to be a little bit longer than usual as I speed up the videos to cut down the time, just to save everybody, you know, that extra time that you guys could move on to another video of mine or somebody else's, just because sometimes they can get very lengthy. That's part of why I stopped inking in my videos, was the fact of the length of the video, that it was consuming a lot of time. And it wasn't so much my time because I don't mind doing it. It was just you guys' time. It's valuable, and I'm not going to take any more of it than I need to for a video, if that makes sense. I just know that there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of different girls that do different techniques and different styles. And I just want to make sure you guys can watch everybody else's as well. All right, now these sleeves look the same to me, so it doesn't matter which way they go. I did ink around everything in blue. Let me zoom out a little more. I didn't realize I was moving up. I went around it just in cloud blue, I believe it's called. Let me dig it out. Sea Breeze. It's VersaMagic, and it says archival. That's the biggest word that you guys want to get familiar with, is archival, which is fade resistant. Will be another word on some of the other inks. You want one or the other or both. That's if you want your ink around your edges to last. I have a Franklin bear that I could dig out in another video. I went around him, and this is back when I was using other inks, and he's so faded, it doesn't look like I did anything to him. And that's why I'm trying to save you guys the heartache that I've gone through, and I've even redone pieces, went around them, at least the edges again with ink. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do his shirt, but another thing I use if I notice the fading, these are pinned in the same comment at the top of my page. I don't know why my daughter's hair is in them. Probably because I was using them, or she was. They're General's Pastel Chalks. These are my best friend. I got the 36 pack. But what I would do, for instance, is take bright blue, and I go around just down, and you'll be able to, I'll pull it up closer. You can see my chalk mark. And what you do is you take a Q-tip. I made this, sorry. I do a bunch of different fancy schmancy crafts, and that holds my Q-tips for me. And all you do then is you blend it in. And you can go darker or lighter, but that's what I do to darken up some of my areas that have faded over time, is I use my chalk pencils. And I just darken them up, and that's just me because there's no way to dismantle a piece and to re-ink it. All right, let's put his hat together. And usually I would have done the hat first, but I was trying to remember the couple of points that I wanted to cover, such as my smaller pieces first and why I didn't glue my Christmas tree on, and then I work on my little bigger pieces. And this would be considered a smaller piece for me because it's just these 3 pieces, and I usually lose them one way or another, but I just finished inking them, so it's still fresh. His hat is going to be crimson and white. His hair is maple syrup. I get asked a lot what color I use on the darker brown. It's just maple syrup. And we're just going to glue his hat down like so. And now we will do his shirt. We'll go about there. I hope everybody's doing well and everybody's enjoying craft time. I know the holidays are coming up quick. Me and my husband were talking about that. He has to plan his home time from being gone. And I'm going to grab a drink of water. Sorry about that. Those antibiotics are harsh. That I will say. Cipro, I don't know. 10 days seems like a lot, but I have lupus, so the only way to prevent hospitalization is antibiotics for me and steroids. Now, I know in the picture, these little ones are down here, but to me, that's too small. I mean, and I was playing with these off camera too, trying to figure out where to put them, whether to match them up with this or go higher. And I'm going to omit these from the file, meaning I'm not going to glue them on. I'm probably going to take a white gel pen and do the dashes in the picture. Excuse me. I was looking for the picture, but in the picture, there's little white dashes above it. And I think we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm just using a white gel pen, even though I don't feel like I'm going to be able to do these evenly, but we're going to do our best on them and try to get them as even as possible. I'm going to go over them again just to brighten them a little since my pen was not wanting to mark. All right, and then we'll go across the top the same as the picture. And usually I wouldn't do these just because I don't trust myself. But I think that's cute. And then what I'll use is my pan pastel. This is titanium white. It's also pinned to the comment on my Facebook page, along with the white gel pens. It doesn't really matter the gel pens that you use. I will add it to the hat for highlight along with this. And the last thing I forgot was his little hands. So you're going to have your thumb on the inside. You have left and right, and they just get glued with the rounder part facing down behind his shirt. And I have a glue holder. When you guys see me setting my glue behind or to the side, I have a glue holder. And it's got a little hole in the bottom, and that's where the tip goes, and it keeps it from clogging. It's just a little honey pot, and it unscrews so you can clean it. Let me take that out. I've showed it in other videos, but you can pull your glue out. The art glitter glue is a little bit hard. It is waterproof, so I soak it to soften the glue. Now let's see if I can get it to thread back up. Maybe. That piece normally goes, there we go. I was crooked. And then one other question I get asked is my alligator clips. You can go on Etsy. I did post this on my Facebook as well. If you scroll down a few posts, you'll see the girl that I get mine from. I don't have any contract with her. I don't get anything. It's not a sponsored ad, I guess I should say. I just enjoy them. She's got tons to choose from. I have them all over, actually. I have more than this. You can do the chunky ones, which have little candies. You can do the simple ones. It's up to you and what your preference is. They are pinned to my page on a post, though, not in the comment at the top. You have to scroll down a little bit. But this is what I get into all the nooks and crannies. Because his pants, actually, that's the last thing before I let you guys go. His pants come in one solid piece, and I snip this, so I have two halves. That way I can ink the middle. If you guys don't want to do that, use your pom-poms. And that's where then you would just ink right in between here. Why it's not glued down, of course. And you could go in and get the divots of his pants as well. I did use this to get in there a little bit better because my finger dauber doesn't always want to go into all the cracks. And then his hair is the other thing that I used my pom-pom for, so I could get into all of it. And that's actually the last color I did was his hair is the brown. I order a few of these because that way then I can get all my pom-poms out, the colors that I know that I'm going to need to use it, and then I don't have to keep switching it while I'm in my motion of getting everything done. But any questions, let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'm going to add all of his details, and his finished picture will be pinned to the actual beginning of the video that you click to watch. But take care, guys. If I don't see you for a while, have a good Thanksgiving, a safe Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family members. I know my husband will be home for Thanksgiving, so I might not get a video up during that time, but at least I get to enjoy a home-cooked meal with him. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you need anything, just comment below, and I'll try my best to answer, and if I don't have an answer for you, I will try my best to find one. Take care, guys.